Hello, friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Karishma, and today I'm going to talk about something that many of you ask me in the comments. How can I practice English if I don't have a partner? I completely understand this struggle because I have been through it. When I started my journey, English learning journey, I didn't have friends who spoke English. In fact, whenever I tried, people around me they laughed. That made me even more nervous. But you know what? I didn't give up. I told myself that if I don't have anyone to practice with, I will create my own ways. And honestly, those methods became my biggest strength. In this video, I am going to share those powerful methods to practice English all by yourself. No partner, no fancy classes, no excuse. Just you, your discipline, and your daily life. I will also share real life examples that how I practiced using these methods. Small things I did while traveling, eating, studying, or even before sleeping. So, these examples will help you see how easy and practical it is to use these methods. So, let's dive in. The first method is voice recording. The first method I used was recording my own voice. When I began, I was very shy, to be honest. I did not want anyone to hear my voice, and even I tried to find a corner so that I could record my voice where no one was watching me. I realized that my phone could be my safe space. So every night I started recording myself for 2 to 3 minutes, 5 minutes, just to check like how am I sounding. For example, one night I picked the topic my day. I recorded myself saying, today I woke up late, I missed my morning tea, I rushed to the college, but luckily my teacher was late too. I felt nervous because I forgot my assignment. This is how I recorded myself. Actually, right now I am speaking all those lines correct because I know, but the time when I was recording those, I made a lot of mistakes. So just like after recording it, when I listened to it, I understood that I made a lot of grammatical mistakes there. For example, I used to say like I am wake up instead of I woke up. I said I forget instead of I forgot. So those minor things, you know grammar actually, but you don't realize while you're speaking. So once you listen your own voice again, you will find out those mistakes that okay, this is the wrong. So that is very important. The better, I don't think that nobody can judge you better than your own self. So you have to be your own teacher. So that helped me to build my confidence and make a habit of speak in English. Anything like whatever I came to my mind, I just used to record it. So the best tip is for you that you have to, at least you have to spend 5 minutes recording your own voice, and you have to listen to it. One more thing I would like to share with my personal experience is that when you listen to your own voice, you automatically feel confident. You feel that wow, you are speaking English. That give you a kind of motivation to go further. And I think it is the best way. It is the very, very amazing way. And honestly speaking, I have started with this thing only. That time I did not have the smartphone. I used to have that small Samsung phone. I used to, there was only voice recorder, so I used to record my voice and I used to listen it, and that's the best method, worked for me. And definitely it can work for you. You just have to be a little dedicated. You have to have that goal that okay, you have to do it, and then you can do it. So before we move further in this video, I want to introduce you to an amazing application that can help you improve your English even faster. When I was learning English, such applications were not available, but now we are lucky to have tools like this. The app is called Sparky. It allows you to communicate and practice English in a smooth and effective way. It helps you improve your grammar, vocabulary, and conversational skill. The best part is that it's a non judgmental space where you can practice at your own comfort anytime you want, because it is available 24 by 7. To give you a better idea, let me show you a quick demo of 30 seconds. Please watch it. And one more thing I would like to tell you that it is pocket friendly. You don't need to spend a lot of money to take the subscription of these kinds of app. It's a effective AI tool which will help you practice English anytime at your comfort. Let's watch the demo.
Hello. Today we will learn to introduce ourselves. Tell me one thing that you would like others to know about you.
I am 5 years working experience. I have a BSc degree.
Great effort. You shared good information. Try saying, I have 5 years of work experience and a BSc degree. What do you enjoy most about your job?
Second method is shadowing, copying like a shadow. The second method that transformed my speaking was shadowing. Here is how I did it. I played short YouTube videos, especially the Alina Rais, Priyanka Chopra, or sometimes watching conversation of Clappingo tutors. And I tried to repeat the same lines exactly as the speaker said them. Sometimes I watch commentary also because my husband, he's a huge fan of cricket. So so he is into the habit of listening commentaries. For example, one evening I was watching a cricket post match interview. The player said, we played really well as a team. The conditions were tough, but we gave our best. These lines I have listened. I paused and repeated exactly that. The player said, we played really well as a team. The conditions were tough, but we gave our best. At first, I couldn't match their speed. Obviously, I was sounding little nervous or robotic also, because I'm trying to copying it like the way I said right now, the same I was like sounding. But you know what? Slowly I started copying not just the words, but also the tone, pauses, and emotions. And that is very important. Shadowing does not only mean that you have to copy somebody, you have to understand that how to say it with full of emotions. Then only the language, it will come naturally to you. And I also remember that one day I shadowed a dialogue from the movie. The line was, don't ever let somebody tell you you can't do something. Don't ever let somebody tell you can't do something. I repeated again and again until I felt natural. The day I realized shadowing is not just about copying, it's about training your mouth and ears to work together. So this is how I used to shadow. Shadowing is, I feel, that really a great practice if you want to enhance your English, and any person can do it. Either it's a beginner or an intermediate person. It's like very easy, and it has a lot of advantages. As I said, even most of the time I remember that I used to shadow Alina Reis, and I used to speak like her. Even slowly and gradually I have seen myself copying her whole style, like the way she speaks, the way she narrates, and the facial expressions, the energy which she come up with uh, in her videos. So that's how I did, and you can also do it. Just try to shadow somebody whom you like, you can do it, but make sure that the person whom you are shadowing, that has a clear pronunciation, clear or correct grammar. You should not copy a learner, you should not shadow a person who is learning English. Most probably, if you will shadowing the person who is already good in English, you will get the most out of it. Let's move on to the third point, which thinking in English, everyday mind practice. This method is something that I still use today. Thinking in English is very important. I used to waste time translating from Hindi to English in my head. That made me slow. So I trained myself to directly think in English. And how did I train it? Let me share with an example. For example, when I was cooking tea, I said in my mind that I'm boiling water, I'm adding sugar, now the tea leaves are going in, the smell is very nice, I'm gonna have this tea just within a few minutes. So this is how I used to think. Not think, I used to speak. Apart from that, like when I was walking to the market, I used to say myself that there is a shop on the corner and the boy is riding a cycle. I used to describe whatever is nearby me or I'm surrounded with. Simply, you have to do it. Thinking in English is not a big task. It's just that whatever you are doing, just trying to think in your mind. And you know what? These small thoughts were powerful because they turned every moment of my life into English practice. At first, obviously, it was difficult. I kept forgetting words, but slowly my brain started adjusting. And today, many times I don't even realize that I'm thinking in English. It's just happened naturally, very naturally. So my tip is for you to that please start something thinking in English like every single day. You just have to describe anything you want. You can share, just share a past incident with yourself. You can recall any memory, past memory, and you can just have to describe it in English in your mind, or even if you say it aloud, it didn't make any difference. Both are same. The practice, if you will do it regularly, you will be able to think naturally within a few months. Try to do it. The next method is daily life narration, speaking during routine task. This is method I want you to focus on the most because it is 100% practical. I call it daily life narration. It means you simply describe what you are doing as you are doing it in English. For example, I am creating this video, I'm talking to my audience, I'm explaining to you something which is very important. So, for example, when I was cooking, I used to say like that I'm cutting onions, now I'm adding oil, and the pan is hot, the onion is turning golden brown. Like I used to describe whatever I am doing at that moment. It is very simple. Like if you're cleaning, you can say that I'm cleaning my room, I'm folding my clothes, I'm putting the books on the shelf, I am sweeping the floor. Anything, whatever you are doing, just try to explain it in words loudly. It is equal. It's not equal about reading, but yes, it is very very good method when it comes to speaking English. And you know what, when I used to wait for a bus, I used to say softly to myself, the bus is late today, when will the bus come? I could see the children playing near the stop. This is how I used to explain. Wherever I am, in what condition I am, doesn't matter. You just have to speak about your surroundings, and it did not need any extra time. It is the part of my daily routine, my daily classroom. I'm explaining my kitchen. If you're working in the kitchen, you can explain about it. So start small, pick one daily task like cooking, cleaning, traveling, whatever you are doing. Just try to explain it, try to narrate it in your words. And the more you will narrate, the more words, more vocabulary will come to you, because when you are pushing yourself to think more, definitely you will come up with the new words also. And the secret ingredient is, the last point is consistency. It is very important. Let me tell you something very honestly. If you are even fulfilling all the above method, I have discussed four methods, but you are not consistent with it, nothing will work for you. One day you are thinking in English, next 5 days you are off. It won't work in that way. If you will decided to stay consistent, even 15 minutes daily, that's when the magic begin. I'm telling you honestly. English learning is like watering a plant. If you water it once in a month, nothing will grow. But if you water it daily, slowly it becomes a strong tree. So don't expect result overnight. Trust the process. If you practice every day, even in small amounts, your fluency will grow naturally. So do it. Start putting the regular efforts. Effort is important when you want to achieve something. Friends, today I shared these four powerful self practice methods that helped me improve my English without a partner. I don't need any partner for that. Yeah, one more point I would like to include here is that mirror talk, if you feel comfortable. I didn't do it, that's why I didn't mention it, but it's a good practice as I have heard it with so many people. They say that mirror practice really work amazingly for them. You can do it. Stand in front of the mirror, start speaking anything you want. You can talk about your day, you can talk about your yesterday, you can talk about your surrounding, you can give a speech, anything which comes to your mind, you can do it. So it's very important and good practice. So if you will include these 5 points, five powerful points, I would say, in your life, and will be consistent with them, then definitely within a few months you will see drastic change in your overall personality, overall English. So these are not just the techniques, they are the real parts of my journey. I use them in my kitchen, on the bus rides, on the metro, in my room before going to bed. Step by step I built my fluency. I know that I'm speaking too fast today because now that I'm sharing my personal experience, and whenever I do it, I naturally speak fast. And if I could do it alone, I think you can do it too. Don't wait for someone to practice with. Don't wait for the perfect time. Start today with whatever you have, whatever vocabulary you have. Just start speaking. Remember, perfection is not the goal. Progress is the goal. Every sentence you speak, every mistake you correct, every thought you translate into the English, all of it is a growth. Consider it as your growth. So promise me from today you will give at least 20 minutes daily to these methods. Your future self will thank you for the effort you put in now. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you found this video helpful, please do not forget to hit the like button, subscribe my channel, and share it with somebody who needs this kinds of video. And tell me in the comment section which method are you going to practice first. Thank you so much. Bye bye.